I'm 61 and a half.
I'm 18 years old.
And my age is 51.
I'm 62 years old.
60 years old, just turned 60.
58 years old.
I am several months from being 30.
I'm 19 years old.
48 years old.
I'm 21 years old.
And I will be 50 years old on July 5th.
I am 25 years old.
And my age is 47 years old.
I'm 19 years old.
I just turned 59 this year. What a great year.
This project is called Images of Aging, and as that tells you, it's about the impression of how we age and the way different people see that process. They have bikes on trains there, don't they?
Yeah, that's what we did, was to stick the bike on the train.
Uh-huh.
Then when we left Vancouver, we had our tent and whatnot, and we rode from...
I love that.
All that fish.
That's great.
You really know you're aging when you're actually reaching 50. I don't think people think about aging as being under 50. So to me, you really need the pictures of the older adults. And like the picture, there's an infant picture in there, but there's also a picture of this person as an adult, as a senior citizen. So it's just part of it. It's the lifespan.
As you look at it, there's some pictures, that sort of thing, that are kind of retro. You know, we go back on some of the tin type pictures, old turn of the century sort of things. Some interesting things like that. And you'll notice that there's some that tend more to reality, black and white. They're not, you know, something that will be more popular, you know, put it on the wall, but they're more real. And you see people with wrinkles, and wrinkles you're not supposed to have wrinkles. It's against the laws in society.
Everybody thinks of old as stinky and smelly and, you know, stupid and all of the other little, you know, phrases that they come up with. And people really don't realize in their own personal life, no matter how old they are, that everything about them is aging.
It's done by students at PCC, people that happen along and see the project, people in the program. Some of the images are images that I was just given by just a collective of all kinds of images and objects that people have of their impression of aging. This picture here was the last picture from the home I was born in England, and this is all that I have left of that house that was sold recently. I tried to show some kind of symbolic things that people could just look at and say, well, I'll give meaning to this, you know, even though I may have intended a meaning for the key or the tree, you can look at it and really give your own meaning to it. Oh, the shoe, that was Lisa's mom's shoe. Apparently, that's the last shoe she wore. And she brought it and thought, well, what can you do with this? And I just drew some pictures, a picture of her mom, her dad in a wheelchair, and her mom, and an uncle here. And then I put this kind of ceramic rose inside. It kind of fits there, but it kind of looked awkward at first. Someone approached me and gave it to me, and this was on her mom's casket when she died. You know, there's so many stories that people have told me that kind of like swimming in my head. I don't remember all of them.
When I look at the people who are older who I have admiration for, they're people who are ageless. They're the same people mentally, emotionally, that they were 20 years ago, 40 years ago. There's a maturity, and probably has always been a maturity about them, but there's also a lightheartedness about them. They're people who are happy being with people who are 20 years older than they are, or 20 years, or 30 years, or 40 years younger than they are. They're not people who are stuck at a particular age. That's the kind of person I want to be, and I want to be perceived as being. I think you can be old at 20. I think you can be old at 50. I think you can be old at 90. I think it depends on your particular view of the world and of your life. I don't think it's something that has anything to do with your actual age.